Yo, what is up, guys? Stevie from Scotch and Things. You get another truck talk. Why? Because I have time. Two, because it's windy. And C, because I got some stuff to talk about. Just kidding. It is, man. This is what I'm talking about. Like, if I go to Blade Show, it would be a surprising, I can't, maybe I'll get this. It's blowing insane. So we finished up. Hold on, let me get that. See that dude's flag, and I don't know, the flag and the trees. Maybe you saw that, maybe you didn't. My camera work is, it's, so we got done with that project yesterday. And it was kind of slowed down. I'll go over some work stuff and some knife stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, you actually saw the picture of the finished job and then what I did to my ankle. But yeah, so we were supposed to then this morning go up to kind of west of North Platte, Nebraska. An hour and a half, if you know where that is. I just got off the phone with the hotel. The lady staying in like Wallace, Nebraska, which is just this tiny little speck of a town, and we're lucky they have like an old hotel, and it's this old, kind of charming, as far as old hotels, like you don't think of it as just kind of this historic building in this tiny little downtown, but yeah, really out in the middle of nowhere. But we'd go up. The wind is so bad. I talked to the dealer yesterday. It's even going to be windy Monday, but at least Monday we can drive up and then spend the rest of the day getting prep work done, doing all our little prep work, so then Tuesday we can just hit the ground and start building. So man, this weather, it's just got kind of lucky on the last one for how tall it was. We really had some iffy weather in the beginning, and then we had 2 good days of jacking the bin, and then the last 6 rings it took 3 days to put on just because the wind would come up in the afternoon. So but that big bastard is done, in the books, and yeah, we'll get to some nice stuff here in a second. So yeah, I gotta run an errand. So then it's funny, 5-door commented on the photo, watch out for uneven surfaces, right? I'm risk adverse on the job site, right? You don't want to pay workers' comp claims. I broke my left ankle 7 years ago, stepping off of a bin pad. What we call the bin pad is the concrete that the bin sits on. It was probably 24 inches high, and I just stepped off without looking, done it numerous times, and there was a giant dirt clod, and I just rolled my ankle and broke it. And but yeah, so this job site was really muddy when we got there, and the pad's kind of elevated. Well, once it dried out, because like the farmer looked at me, and I try and do this all the time, like I don't have a bucket or anything to smooth the ground out, but like my telehandler or just stepping or walking through the mud, you create these ruts, right? And the farmer looked at me one day, the guys were busy, you know, they were doing something, and I'm just driving around this pad, and he's like, what's he, you know, and I'm driving over these ruts and, you know, smoothing them out as best I can. And you know what, I can get a pad pretty, or the dirt around pretty smooth with that telehandler, because, you know, like I said, it weighs 16,000 pounds. So imagine driving that just around and around and around, especially after the ground after it's been muddy and it starts to dry, and you can smush that down really nice and get it real nice. And so I try and get the area, as if I can get around with that telehandler, as smooth as needed. Well, when I backed our job trailer in, you know, backed it in through some mud, and the rear tires of the job trailer had created some ruts. And then anyway, so coming out of the job trailer, it's like I'd have to measure it. It's probably I'll measure, I don't know, it's tall, because we need a step to get into it, and the step is higher, so that makes sense. It's like a 6-inch step from the top step into the trailer, like we have a ramp on the back side of the trailer, but when I'm talking about like into the trailer, into our like the eating space, the off, the table, inside, and then it's probably 18 inches down. And happened first thing in the morning. Got there, we're trying to get this job done right. We're hurry up, put all my shit away, and then get out to get the last floor bundle in for the guys, and I could start working on some other floor stuff, and come out. And if I would have stepped straight, I probably would have been better because it was smooth, right? But I come out of the job trailer and step right, and just caught one of these ruts that I created. And man, that pain, if you know, you know. And even with ear protection on, the pop I heard of my ankle, like the first, and I come up and I didn't go down right away because I slammed into the job trailer, slammed into the side of the job trailer, cut my fingers up pretty good. I don't know what they caught on, an outlet or something on the side of the job trailer. Anyway, hit the job trailer once, tried to stand on that right ankle again. The pain, right? If you've done that, like it was weird. It was like it was just flop, banged into the trailer again, banged into the trailer again. And as I'm doing this, all I can think of is, oh my God, it's like I can't be down. This is my busy season, busy time. I just hobble around. Oh, grab my glasses. Hobble around, But it was like, this is a real bummer. And but anyway, banged against the trailer, did it 3 times. Next thing I know, then I'm finally on the ground, and one of the guys had gone back to the other truck to get his gloves or something. He all of a sudden comes rushing up behind me. I'm like, oh, what? You saw? And he helped me get up, and I kind of hobble around the corner and lean on the man basket that was sitting there. And I was just like, ah. And my main guy, we call him Mr. Nut, he looks at me, and I'm like, I think I broke my ankle again, because he was there when I did. I was like, I think I broke my ankle again. And he looks at me, he's like, so I got them going. And it was swelling up so fast. Like last time I did this, I didn't get my boot off fast enough, and they're not laced up. I wear pull-ons, and that sucked. So immediately I got them lined up, got to carry a pair of spare shoes in my truck, and thank God, and got that boot off. And got the shoe on, got them lined up, and luckily we were 20 minutes away from a pretty decent sized town, Fremont, and got into the ER real quick, lickety split. They x-rayed it. Doesn't look like it's broken, they said, but since the pop was audible, I'm like, well, the swelling was bad enough at that point. They were like, if you've got, we'd like to see, and well, we would. I'm like, I'm not coming back here because this is my home hospital. Anyway, I gotta go back in like 10 days and have it re-x-rayed to see if I did any ligament damage or if there is a fracture. I don't understand. I get like the swelling was bad enough, but they can't see. I don't know what the point of an x-ray is if you have to wait until afterwards to see if something's broken because of swelling. But I don't know how that works. So I've got this brace where I can't move my ankle this way, and I can barely move it this way, which is nice. So it's going to be nice having, because it hurt like a mother, just hobbling around the job site now all day, yesterday on this thing. It'll be nice to have some time off just to kind of I'm supposed to keep my foot up, but I gotta get some shit for work. So there's that. There. Do you like that story? Steve almost maybe broke his ankle, maybe tore a ligament, maybe he did. Maybe it's just a really bad sprain. We'll find out in 10 days. So there's that. Knife stuff real quick. Yeah, I've gotten some, it's the sickness, right? Buying, selling, trading, wanting to get my knife collection down. I'm pretty close to, I think, that 50 knife mark right now. I'll have to count. I know Dave used to have a magic number of 40. If I could get 40 or under, I'd be super happy. And it's funny, people say, I've seen, people selling stuff because they say they want to downsize just to buy more stuff. That happens, right? It's a hobby. I enjoy knives. I'm not going to quit buying knives it's a want. I wish I could get down, but then something cool pops up and you're like, oh, I gotta have it. But you know, it's just this cycle, always buying, selling, trading. So what do I got on me today? The Pyrenees. You're gonna get a full, you know, I can't tell you how much I like this knife, but we'll do a, you know, I'm gonna carry it for some time more. I've got the Holt on me again, the Spectre. I've had some people ask me, because I was so shocked by the size. I will, once I get some more time with this, do kind of like a comparison with the Grimsmo Rask, because they are such a, I mean, they're so, that was my worry always. I always thought this was bigger, but you know, on these high-end production knives, like, you like one so much, but then there's something so similar. Is it worth getting? So we'll talk about that. But then I had someone comment, and I do love this knife because it is so, I just brought this along, the Hawk Talon. It's such a unique knife, right? That I find myself really enjoying it. I like the size. It's kind of that, you know, Strider SNG size, you know, it feels good in hand. But I had someone on the unboxing video, and I might have been kind of negative on that, but they were like, tuned out immediately. They tuned out immediately, but they felt the need to, that I was ungrateful, and it was a negative review. And I remember unboxing it and being kind of like, because I didn't know if I was going to keep it or not. You know, I ordered this last October and got it in April. Got it in April. So yeah, you didn't, you know, when something takes that long, you know, the kind of newness or the excitement wears off. And I didn't know if I was going to keep it or not. I do enjoy it. I do like it. So yeah, I am keeping it. But he was kind of like, I get like the negative part, but ungrateful. And I just replied back, like, to be ungrateful, this wasn't given to me. I paid money for this. I can, you know, I can feel however I want, because it was weird. The comment was really weird that I was ungrateful and it was a bad review, but he didn't watch the whole video, which I always find those people negative comments funny. But I just replied back, well, this wasn't a gift. It wasn't given to me. So how can you be ungrateful for something that I worked hard and spent my hard-earned money on? I don't think you can, right? Wouldn't that be? And then it wasn't a review. It was just an unboxing. And I just kind of talked about the journey to get this knife. So I just found it puzzling that both you know, I'm just like, oh, you can't be ungrateful for something, whatever. Anyway, and now looking back on it, like, I did say some, you know, it took long to, nothing against the Hawks. Gavin, you know, ordered it in November. They said it would be out in 2 to 3 months. It took longer. I didn't realize, I think they, you know, and it's cool what they do with their pre-orders. It's not a certain amount of slots. You know, they leave it open for whoever wants to buy one, so you can get one, right? And so I think they've sold like 3,000 of these things or something. That's a lot of fucking knives to make, right? So my only thing is, I get it, you know, you want to, you know, what can I say? It's I say small batch, but with that many, I don't know the number, but I remember I've had multiple people, they're still waiting. So I think a better communication or a realistic goal, right? You know, I've heard they had some machines go down, or release them in waves. Let people know, like, because it's hard when you're watching someone for 3-4 months get this knife and you're on the list, and you know you've got one coming and you're still 3-4 months after someone else had got it. So I would say manage expectations, is all I'd say. Manage expectations. But really, I mean, but no, it's not. I mean, the quality of the knife is amazing. I talked about this with the Deadlock. Their build quality and just, I mean, the feel, how this knife, like, you just go, oh yeah, it's a nice knife. It's very well made. So there's that. We'll just quit rambling now. There was some knife stuff, some stuff coming. I don't like to do, but you know, I'm gonna talk about the staying more. Oh, Have you guys heard of M? I hope you guys made it this long. I found this dude on Instagram, MCC Knives. Check him out. I saw it last night, and I was just like, I got this heater / Strider vibe, right? And I was like, ooh. But then I was looking at him again this morning, and was it Trouble Blades, the mofo that Dave had, and now Ultimate EDC, again, go check out his channel. He's got it. It almost, man, it gives me that vibe. It's like all three of them got together and had a baby or something. So I just, when you see it and you're like, oh, it could be, it's not the whole knife, right? Like this part of it reminds me of this part reminds me. So if you guys have any, do you know who it is? I don't know where they're out of. His website is horrible, and it's kind of got some, I wonder if he's foreign because it's in English, but there's like grammatically it's wrong. So you wonder, like, all right, is English not his first language? So I don't know. Check him out. Do you guys know who he is? The knives look awesome, but all right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later.